Good morning. It is 7 o'clock on the button AM on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. It is actually a second time of just getting up because the last couple of days, Rocket has been waking up at 4 a.m. feeling like that's the time to go out to pee. And it's one of those dilemmas because on the one hand, I don't want that to become the new normal. I don't want it to become a habit. On the other hand, if he really does need to go and it's an emergency, I would much rather have him wake me up um, than to have an accident in the house. So it's always he's trying to wake me up, and it's always a question of like, okay, not only this is game theory because I have to decide. Well, so first of all, he's in a position of he's the only one that knows how urgent it actually is, right? He wants to get up and go outside either way, but he's the only one that knows whether it's actually urgent or not. I would rather stay in bed unless it's going to be an accident. And so but what I also want is that if it's not urgent, I don't want to get up. If it is urgent, I do. But I don't know whether it's urgent or not. And if it's not urgent, I don't want to reward him getting up, but I also don't want to tell him that if it is urgent, he can't count on me. You see the dilemma, right? Because if I say, I don't think it's urgent this time, and I make him wait, the risk is accident on the floor and the idea of he can't tell me, like he maybe wouldn't tell me next time, which is probably low risk, frankly, because he's a big boy now. He sleeps through the night all the time. He doesn't need to get up. It would only be certain rare circumstances where it might be more urgent for some reason. But if I don't, I risk A, that he just keeps on whining and it disturbs my sleep anyway. Gosh, it's too early in the morning for game theory. So far, my response has mostly been to go ahead and get up. But at the same time, every time I do that, it's going to convince him more and more that that's the answer, is that whenever he feels like he wakes up and wants to go out, he gets to have me get up. Whereas I would much prefer he wait until I'm ready to get up. But, that's how it goes. I am back in the office at least some of this week. I'm probably going to be doing the half-day schedule again, meaning where I go into the office for half the day and then back home to work from home for the afternoon. That's been a pretty good system for me recently. And so following up on all of the stuff that we did last week where we don't need it to be as gosh, my brain is not fully awake yet. I need more caffeine. The testing we did last week is finished, and so I don't need to be there in the field as much because we're mostly just finishing up the paperwork, because the paperwork part, we got actual physical binders we got to write in, and I can't bring those home, so any stuff like that has to be done there. I've also got a new person on the team that isn't fully trained yet, so he has to be babysat a little bit, which is not meant as any kind of an insult to him as a person. It's really just more of procedurally and according to the rules, he has to be escorted and is not allowed to do certain things on his own until he finishes his training, right? So it's not It's not that he as a person needs babysitting. It's only just, officially there are things that he can't do unescorted. But, so I have to do some of that. But, yeah. In the meantime, just kind of up and at them. All right, I'm going to leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes. So many levels later tonight.